All right, power is back on. Using plot B, what is the mean, median, and mode? We simply need to find out for the mode which of those numbers occurs the most. Which of those numbers occurs the most? And number 3, to ask us there, how does the mode compare to the mean? You'll get this question a lot, and it's very basically they're asking you to compare it. We have 8 as the mode; that's the number that occurs the most, and we have 11.6 as the mean. So you have the mean here. The mode occurs the most, which is 8. How do they compare? And we're trying to get a good idea of what number best represents this data set. So all you need to do is, on something like this, and sometimes it'll be multiple choice, sometimes it'll be where I'm just going to ask you, but basically you could say something along the lines of the mean is 3.6 more than the mode. That's all we're asking there, simply enough. Okay. In a little bit, we're going to find a little bit of an easier one for the median. All that is the middle number. And if you don't have a true middle number, you simply need to average the two middle numbers. In Ms. Phillips' class, quiz scores are 70, 70, 90, 70, 100, 80, 60, 90, 100, and 70. What is the mean, median, and mode of these scores? The first thing you need to do when you have a data set like this, especially when I'm asking you for the mode and I'm asking you for the median, you need to put those in order from least to greatest. From least to greatest. Okay? So here it looks like our first number is 60, and you need to mark these off as you go, because you will forget which ones you did. Alright, our next score is a 70, and we'll use that 70. Next score is going to be a 70. Next score is a 70. Next score is a 70. Okay. Next score is an 80. Next score is a 90. Next score is a 90. And then we have two 100s. And let's just check to make sure we have the same number of data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. To find the mean, we simply add these up and divide by 10. We're dividing by 10. We're dividing by 10 because that is the number of pieces of data. And I'm going to do it on the calculator to save time. You just need to add these up, divide by 10. And we get a total of 800 divided by 10. And we can simply look at that and see that the mean is 80. And this is also known as the average. Okay. It also asks us for the median, which is the middle number. Well, to find the middle number, what you can do is cross off one at a time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and now, unfortunately, I don't have a true middle number. When you have an even number of data, 10, 12, 5, or 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on, you're not going to have what's called a true median, a number in the middle. So you basically have to add these up, these two up, and divide by 2. Not 10, but by 2. So you're going to say 80 plus 70 equals 150. You're going to put that in the house. This is going to go in here 7 times 14, 1, 0, 75. So now we have a median of 75. We have a median of 75. What is the mode? Let's back up here a little bit and clean up our board some. What number occurs the most? This is another reason why you want to put these data sets in order from least to greatest, because you can see the numbers very, very clearly. And obviously the number that occurs the most is 70. We have two 90s, we have two 100s, but we have four 70s, so that will be the mode. Okay. Number of mics, or number of miles biked we have. What is the mean number of miles that Jamal bikes per week? Okay. We would simply add these up and divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to add up 11, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're going to add up however many we have of each and divide by the total number of the data set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. What is the median number of miles that Jamal bikes per week? So let's go ahead and put these in order from least to greatest like we did, so we can try to find the median. And it looks like we have an even number of data here, so we're going to have to average the two in the middle again. So we're going to have 11, 18. By the way, this might be an outlier here. Kind of doesn't really belong in the data set. Kind of a weirdo. And we got 20, 20. Got a little bit. 21, 22, 23, 23, and 23. Looks like I got a mode right here. Number that occurs the most. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we will not have a true median. We have to add up the two in the middle. And let's just make sure we find our two middle numbers. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, and I've got 2 left. Hopefully by the end of the process, if I go 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 long enough, I'll just have 1 in the middle. Unfortunately, that's not the case. We have 20 and 21. You're thinking, well, I can't find the average of those two because there's no middle. Well, if you simply add up 41, and then you have to divide by 2, you'll get a decimal. 41 goes in the house, 2 goes on the outside. We've got 2, 4, 0. Bring down my 1, so I'm going here 0 times. I need a decimal. 1. Sorry, forget that. You can barely see that. But basically, if you divide 41 by 2, you know you will get, it's a fairly easy problem, you will get 20.5. So that is the median. Now, it asks which measure of central tendency best represents the average number of miles that Jamal bikes per week. Explain your answer. So let's just, I'm going to go ahead and find the mean quickly enough. I know that the median is 20 and a half. Let's find the mean real quick. I'm going to do this quickly with a calculator. Plus 18, plus 11, plus 18, plus 19, plus 20, plus 20. Don't forget, you have to do the 20 twice and the 23 3 times. Total is 200. I'm going to check my math here. We're going to divide that by 10, of course. 11 plus 18 plus 19 plus 20 plus 20 plus 21 plus 22 plus 23 plus 23 plus 23 again equals 200. The mean is 20. Which measure of central tendency best represents the average number of miles that Jamal bikes per week? The mode occurs the most, it's 23. That might be a little bit too high, okay? However, the mean and the median actually look like two pretty good numbers. Even though you have this outlier that's bringing your average down a little bit, I think the best number would probably end up being the median. But I think either one of these would be just fine. Either one of these would be just fine. The mode, on the other hand, will not measure the, it doesn't really give you the best idea, because even though it occurs the most, the average is somewhere closer to 20. Okay. It says the students in Miss Smith's class got the following scores on a quiz. And this is basically out of 10. So what you would need to do is put these in order from least to greatest and compare the modes. That way, if you put them in order from least to greatest, it really, really helps out. It gives you a better visual. Okay. And so what it's saying is compare the modes. Well, let's go ahead quickly and put these in order from least to greatest. Let's go Smith and Brown. And looks like the lowest score is 8, 8, another 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 3 10s. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, great. Now let's take a look at Miss Brown's. Looks like the lowest score here, is a 5. Unlucky. Okay, do we have any more 5s? And we have a 6 now. Do we have any more 6s? No, we do not. Next score will be a 7. Do we have any more 7s? No, no more 7s. 8. Okay, we got one more 8. More 8s. Okay. Now this is really a kind of a tedious process, but unfortunately you have to go through it. I mean, it is a real pain sometimes. 10, 10, 10, 10, and another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. What is the mode for Mrs. Smith's class? Looks like we've got a 9. Okay. The mode for Miss Brown's is, we've got a couple of 9s here. Oh, it looks like it's 10. And what it's asking us is, it says compare the modes. The mode in Miss Brown's class is one more than the mode in Miss Smith's class. It's that simple. I'm going to ask you to compare the mode. On a multiple choice test, they may give you several different options, several different ways to say that. So you'll have to look at all 4 choices and say which one makes the most sense. Using the information from the last question, compare the mean quiz scores between the 2 classes. All you would do there is you would find the mean for both classes, and you might get something like 8.5 for Miss Smith. I don't know what the answer is. And 9 for Brown. Basically, all you would say there is Miss Brown's mean score was 0.5 points higher than Smith's. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that one now. But you guys should be able to find the mean, median, and mode of all scores. Okay. And compare the modes. Oh, we've already done that. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Compare, using the information from the last question, compare the mean and the mode of Mrs. Smith's class. So what you would do there is find, of just Mrs. Smith's class, you would find the mean and mode and compare the 2. The mode, for example, might have been 2 points higher than the mean or something like that. So there it's asking you specifically about Mrs. Smith's and just in that data set. So you got to be careful how the questions are worded. Okay? And I believe that is it. See you soon.